basic threading system, we're going to learn about how to use ThreadExecutor to run threads. So this one using thread, using executor, then executor. So we're going to import concurrency future dot thread executor from this. Okay, from this we're going to import ThreadPoolExecutor. Then we're going to also define two tasks that we would like to do like last time, to study. Okay, then we're going to make a for loop. I in range 10 is going to print out studying, and just put the loop numbers over there. Okay, and to define that, it's going to do some other IO tasks, or it's going to wait for IO tasks over here. We'll just use the timer, import time, and also we're going to import some random over here. So we'll say time.sleep is gonna do some IO tasks over here for some random time, okay, random number of seconds. Then similarly, we're going to define also another task which is listen to music. Then for this one, it's going to do for I in range 10 as well. Also print out listening to music, and put the loop number there. And also we want to do some sleeping in here just to simulate the IO task. Then to execute these two tasks in our main, let's say we're going to create there, in our main we're going to create two threads executor, or two thread in a pool, two executors. Using thread pool is very advantageous, so it won't create the threads automatically first, and also it's gonna be able to reuse the thread instances. Okay, if you have different tasks or more tasks to run, so they don't create new instances. So let's just do it. So with ThreadPoolExecutor, and you're gonna specify number of workers or number of available thread instances that you should have inside here. And in this case, we have two tasks, so we can create two instances to run them, or you can even create one thread to run two tasks. But just to demonstrate the purpose of multi-threading, we use two over here. So max workers will be equal to 2 as executor. Then we're gonna use this executor. We can submit the job there, okay, and for submitting the job we need to keep the functions, okay. We need to keep the function and also the arguments over here. So we give the function, this time we're going to map to study executor dot, and we're going to submit as well the next one, which is listen to music, and that's it. If we run this one, there will be two threads for us, and we use with statement. So after finishing this one, we'll clean up the code for you, clean up the instances for you. So if we run this one, we see that it's listening to music, then executing the two tasks at the same time. It's listening to the music, studying, listening to music, studying, so on and so forth. So it's really executing the two tasks at the same time. So the next thing that we would like to do is how do we pass the arguments to the task. Let's say if you have a name over here, then you would say, let me just say how to pass two arguments, first name and last name. Okay, this one is first name and last name. Okay, and we'll say over here first name, then last name is starting, and also over here we'll say first name, last name is listening to music. So, and we would like to pass those arguments here. So if you would like to pass those arguments, we'll just see we need to pass the or both of them there. And in this case, I'm just gonna define that we have the arguments equal to A and B. Then first name is A and last name is B. So you can just pass them in here as arguments. Okay, arguments. Okay, then if you run this, okay, it's AB is studying, then AB is listening to music. So you can pass the arguments there. Okay, or if you don't like that way, you can just put here A, B. Let's see, A, then B. Okay, you can run this. AB is studying, AB is listening to music, so on and so forth. So you can pass those arguments there. Okay, so you can pass those arguments there, and then 2 threads gonna be executed together a system. So let's say this one is you're doing 2 thread instances for 2 different tasks. If you like to apply, let's say, only one studying but to 2 people, let's say, then so in this case what we can do is that we're going to map it to one task which is study with 2 different people. So we'll do executor.map. You're gonna use the executor to execute, let's say, the first one is for A and A, B, and C over here. Then over here you're gonna have D. So if you do the mapping, it will map the A and B to the first thread instance, and C and D to second thread instance. So AB is the first name, last name of the first person, and C and D is the first name, last name of the second person. So you can just do this one study. Then we're gonna put the arguments over there. Okay, we'll put the arguments over there. Okay, and if you run this, you'll have AB studying, CD studying, so on and so forth. They take turn to do the thing. Okay, so that one is you can use a map in order to map some arguments in. So you can map AB into the first one or CD to the second instance, so that the same study but won't be called twice. Okay, so that one is how to use ThreadPool.